Good morning, everyone. This morning, since we reached Chickamauga in the Confederate campaign and lost, that is the last scenario in the current build of the game on the Confederate campaign. So we are going to start another round, this time playing as the Union. And this will start, as you can see, on patch 0.77 Rev 18615. So should be interesting. I've always dreamed to become a military officer.
A house divided against itself cannot
And we will take
stand.
our standard logistics,
This government
artillery,
cannot
politics build.
endure
This time select the
permanently.
Union, legendary
Half
mode,
slave
Major General.
and half
Here's
free.
hoping that ATS survives
I rise, Mr.
longer
President,
in this
for the purpose of
round
announcing
than
to
he
the
did
Senate
previously.
that I have satisfactory evidence that the state of
Alright, let's boogie, gentlemen. I have adopted a different strategy for fighting this particular battle, based on some experiments that I did a couple of weeks ago. The objective of maneuvering on the right flank here is, as you know, we'll soon see, there's Confederate units up here on the cliffs. Arguably this is a little gamey, but so is going up on the cliffs. So these guys in cover. Should be in contact with the skirmish unit over here momentarily. There he is. Watch my units cover. Ideally, we want to exchange fire while my skirmishers are in cover here. He's falling back. Let's go around. Oh, no. Okay, we push forward. Seems pretty good. I think, yeah, both my units are in excellent cover. What we're going to do is maneuver Stockton here to take him in the flank and push him out. See, now those guys are up there. You can also see McHenry. And there they go. Of course, the goal of this is to get my cavalry in between Hexamer and the town. I haven't actually managed to do this, but I can also get the cavalry between the rest of the skirmishers and the town, which can work. see the rest of the skirmishers are falling back. So we will engage them. And it looks like Syl is going to get away, but Burns is not. We'll wait till the last minute to charge. Caused Syl to rout and killed most of his men. We should have Burns destroyed here momentarily. Notice the horse is riding backwards. Did you see that? That was pretty impressive. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. All right. There they go. And I'm going to merge brigades here. And we're going to send Wagner around into this cover. Meanwhile, I'll start the artillery bombardment. Oops. Scales is already firing. So essentially, notice what I did there. I traded essentially 44 men. I think Bristow started with 240 to kill off that skirmisher unit entirely. If we're fortunate, we will be able to let's let these guys run. If we're so fortunate, we will be able to destroy the rest of the skirmishers. I'm going to move the artillery up. And we've already pushed McHenry out. We want to make sure McHenry takes maximum casualties. Move our skirmishers in. Have Loomis run forward to get into the buildings. Have our skirmishers close in. As you can see, that rapidly becomes an untenable position for McHenry, and he begins to have morale problems. Those guys turn on. I have no idea why it's saying these guys are flanked, but okay. And there he goes. Especially want to get him out of the buildings, and that's perfect. He's now retreating that direction. And he takes 100 casualties. Skirmishers hold, especially Schaefer since he's damaged. See if Loomis gets another shot off on McHenry. Yeah, minor damage. Alright, we now edge forward. Actually going to bring the artillery up. Where's Bristow? Get ATs up there. Oh, and Wagner was killed. That's brilliant. Absurd, but brilliant. Which means I may have to split these guys back out. Although they're still going to take a command penalty. It'll be less if they're back as brigades. Start working the flank here. And there they go. Stockton and Bristow didn't even get a chance to shoot at him. Let's see if they're willing to put somebody else into the vice. No. Okay, here we go. Have Loomis go left, Wagner go right. Skirmishers. McHenry's shifting to engage. Hopefully Loomis will get over there quickly enough. Alright, yeah, he's good. And Wagner just took a bunch of canister to the face before he got fully under cover. Loomis's cover is not ideal here. But it'll do if I can get the artillery focused on McHenry. Schaefer's taking fire from the fortifications. And look at this one guy. They're in melee because this guy is running around the other side of the river. Wow, that is insane. And they're able to shoot at Schaefer. There he goes. Look at that guy run. That's awesome. I'm flabbergasted. I really am. That is that is absolutely insane. McHenry is now on the other side of the river, which means we probably ought to get everybody across. That's one of the craziest retreats I've ever seen. Schaefer's not in great shape. I wish you could combine skirmisher units. Let's see if I can move Wagner up to this position. And we'll mount Bristow. Have him start poking at Law. My goal here is not just to capture this location. I'm actually trying not to capture the location. I'm trying to destroy these units. Oh, yeah, see, okay, so we're gonna fall back from there. Get this over here. This is not an ideal defensive position, by the way, because they could approach these buildings, but I've already destroyed their artillery. And I'm still contesting Phillipi for some reason. Damn it. I need them to move forward. Let's see if we can't pick off Dave Eyes here. Davies or whatever his name is. I think I've abandoned it correctly. Shoot. No, I think I'm gonna end up taking it when I don't want to. That is a mistake on my part. Ah, that's frustrating. Maybe McHenry will take it back here. Yeah, it looks like McHenry's taking it back. Excellent. Yep, now we broke him. And they're charging. Let's see if we can't string them along. there's Sill. Hopefully we'll be able to dissolve him. I'm gonna actually have Wagner go ahead and move out to the flank here, see if I can avoid capturing that victory location. We'll have Loomis fight those guys. And I think a local. Let's send Walton skirmishers in here too. Run away! do not want to capture, though. Be very careful. One skirmisher unit down. How are we for ammo? Ammo's good. Be very careful I don't get onto the victory point here. Stockton's not in great cover. Fall back. Let's see if we can get him to come out. Oh, wow. Look at this. Wow. I didn't even know this was possible. Holy cow, the rebels have gotten reinforcements. This is sort of fascinating. I've never had the battle play out this way before. Let's get these guys into cover. We gotta watch those guys on the flanks, though. Yeah, like Hexmer. We may end up having to take the city here only because we've got to watch our backs. Get in, get in. Doesn't look like my skirmishers are actually capturing. Yeah, they're pissed now. See if we can get McHenry to follow Stockton right into Wagner. That'll pretty much cement the victory. Cutler running into the city instead of out of it. If we're fortunate, we can destroy McHenry. Or Law. We'll see. Or hope maybe even Burns. I've only got 2 game minutes left. Okay, that was interesting. I had no idea. I've played this scenario probably 10 or 15 times. I had no idea that if you wait that long, the rebels get reinforcements. That's yeah, interesting, fascinating even. All right, let's set up. Wagon doesn't need to be involved. I'll go ahead and merge these 2 into Super Brigade. Zook, I told you to come over here. I've figured out why when you put units into defensive positions, they tend to get attacked, and the reason is because, like, if you saw those guys move there, I'll use Bristow as an example. I put him into the defensive positions. Notice that Bristow is spotted. In other words, if you're in the defensive positions, it's much easier to spot you, which is fascinating to me. I don't understand why that would be, but there you go. And we better get Bristow to someplace where he can actually shoot, because these guys are about to hit us. My guys are spotted, but apparently cannot return fire. So let's fall back a little bit. Let the artillery work them over. Okay, we're gonna have to move Zook over here to deal with these guys. I'll switch Bristow to take this defensive position. Let's see if taking the cover improves her ability to fire back. Apparently not. Oh no, they got a shot off. Yeah, here comes another unit. Yeah, they're coming. Wow. Yeah, no hesitation this time. What a mess. Oh, and they charged Zook over here as well. Desperately trying to get Wagner to hold his position instead of screwing around. But now he's engaged in melee with Scales. That is a bunch of insanity. What? Where are you going? That was insane. Here comes the train. Alright, you guys focus on the train. Scales took a couple of men. Wagner's morale not fascinating. And now they're getting charged again. We're gonna have to move Zook up here. Hey, notice, however, that Aetius is not running away. Thank God. One of my units was shattered. Let's get Stockton in here to hit Grant from the flank. Okay, guys, we might have to have you run because we need you now, rather than later. Alright, so we can advance on Grant's flank. Zook not doing great in terms of yeah, you see that? You see where he was moving forward? He's holding though. And we drove Grant out. So definitely a little hairy. They're coming in again. what we're going to do is just pause here and rest. Yep, now my other artillery units are moving into position. .70% cover if I can do a little bit better. Yep, well, right there. Should be able to dissolve hatch here momentarily. Notice the cavalry's refusal to attack. Bruce out to join his division mates. You look at the cavalry charge. Yeah, get in there. Gotta push those guys out before they destroy Stockton. Yeah, fall back. Fall back. Not that I want Stockton to stay alive, necessarily. As embarrassing as that is. Alright, we gotta bring Wagner out. Move the artillery closer. Cole quit. So you might wonder why I'm playing this map to destruction here, and the reason is, of course, is that I need equipment, and most of these units don't belong to me. There goes Parrot. This is a common trait of legendary matches because you're so desperate for equipment. That you basically have to kill everyone. If you can help it, and you're not taking casualties from units that belong to you, that's the main caveat. Unfortunately, the units that belong to me did take quite a number of casualties in this particular engagement, so it's not ideal. Yeah. And Ellis is going to get behind me here. Send Bruce to deal with him. Spin in place. Expose your flank to the infantry hanging off of your other side. Because that's perfectly alright. Notice my complete inability to actually point my guys at, and now Ellis is running across the bridge for some crazy reason. Yeah, I got no idea what's going on there. Yeah, if we can hold right here, we'll never be able to get across that bridge again. What I'll do is pop skirmishers from Bruce, have them hold this bridge, and get him back into the battle. Yep, Perrin just disappeared. These guys are still running. Oh, and they just disappeared. Yeah, and what we actually need to do, it'll be ideal if Ellis stays there because it will allow us to find their supply wagon, capture it. there. Look at these guys move, by the way. No shooting. Don't see any supply wagon. Notice Wheeler not firing. He's in a bad state here. Should have him destroyed momentarily. There he goes. Actually, we might destroy Ellis before he gets a chance. Yep, there he goes. General units are remarkably difficult to kill. Don't see a supply wagon. Check out that corner. I believe the general unit's dead. Yeah, if they had a supply wagon, it's gone. It may have routed off the map. Or it's over here where I can't see it. That's the end. Okay. So I had 5,500 infantry, 240 cavalry, and 20 guns. Did lose a couple of guns, and I did take 1,500 casualties. However, I killed over half of their infantry, almost all of their cavalry, and half of their guns. And more importantly, all of my units survived. The guys that died, although I don't remember whether Wagner's my division commander or not. I think he is. So I may have to replace the division commander right at the beginning. But we managed to scrape out 645 palmettos, 158 sharpses. We recovered 359 1842s and 150 sharps 1855s, and even some colts. So not bad. Decent victory. Even legendary Union, it's not too tough to make this happen. The main damage, I think the troops that I get, I forget. I think I get Woods and Scales and Loomis, and is it Zook? So these guys are not in great shape, but that's a pretty good run, all things considered. All right, legendary Union, Ironman, Phillipi.